Welcome to Crypto Bytes, the podcast where we find the news and information in the crypto world and break it down into bite-sized chunks. I'm your host, Nick.
This is Rob.
And we want to remind you that this is not financial advice.
But this is a vacation edition.
Vacation edition. Still, smash that like button.
Hit the subscribe.
And always remember, we do run a stake pool, Cardano, ticker AGC, Argyros Crypto. If you have ADA, please stake with us. If you don't, look into getting some ADA. Now, today, the blockchain. Has it been broken? Well, probably not, but Thor completely destroyed.
3 attacks within a month, totaling $13 million in losses. This is something I've been thinking about, or it's been on my radar for a while. These cross-chain exchanges and protocols, what really makes them secure, what doesn't make them secure. And it looks like this guy, this white hat hacker, exploited the Bifrost protocol with a fake deposit of over $8 million. So he essentially got free coin out of it. And then he wrote a note to the developer saying, I want 10%.
No, hang on. That's not a white hat hacker. White hat hacker would go out and they'd say, oh, well, you know, we broke your chain, but here's all the information. We're not going to tell anyone. A reward would be nice. What you just found is what I'll call a gray hat. This is a fool that decided to get drunk one day, probably, and out of his sheer boredom said, you know what? I'm going to try it. And he did. And he straight up, he had a conscience. He obviously he didn't want to keep the found crypto, but you contact the company and you say, oh, hey, I found this exploit here. I want to play ball right now. And what are they going to do? Say no? Otherwise it's, you know what? Oh, my finger slipped. It's all over Google. My bad.
Oh yeah, so they said what? That's in Thor. That's a PR release from Thor Chain on their Twitter. A white hat required 10% bounty, which we will be awarded if they reach out. So, but here's the funny thing about that exploit: a similar one was done a week before. So this guy had a whole week to do his research on how this was done. I would assume Thor Chain, I think they were aware of the one that was done a week ago, and then they put out some press release. Oh yeah, we've updated the system. This guy comes along, does this same exploit, and he hacks the chain. People are putting their money on these fancy blockchains. Oh, we're a multi-chain exchange. You can trade your crypto from Ethereum to Bitcoin to whatever. There's going to be weak points in that system. And obviously, this was found
and it
3
will
times.
Be found. It will most definitely be found. Be assured, anything that's related to money and is networked will be hacked, can be hacked. And there is a team of people currently working on trying to hack it right now. Like, it is what it is.
So I think blockchain is solid, but when you start adding these bridges from one chain to another,
absolutely.
Those are the weak spots.
That's where I'm gonna get you. I'm not gonna hack Bitcoin. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hack the transaction media. Actually, the transaction medium. That's exactly where I'm gonna come in from.
Or these wrap tokens, or these custodial places. I mean, anything. At least for me, it's a red flag. A multi-chain exchange or a multi-chain blockchain. These things, these people that are espousing like, oh yeah, you can have like 4 chains here, and you can trade all the crypto there.
The Coinbase, I'm sure you've everyone's gotten those free coins. We've all done one of those videos, right? You know, hey, we're the what is Unigecko XYZ do? Chain of chains. And what exactly is a chain of chains? It's like the Dewey Decimal System, but for blockchains, I think. Congratulations, you got $1 worth of this.
Wow. That's basically it. But that's a little bit different. That's on an exchange, and that's basically they use a ledger system, not like the device, but in an accounting book. Okay, this guy has like X amount of Bitcoin, X amount of other cryptos, and they just push numbers around until you're ready to withdraw. That's a little bit safer. But this is moving from one chain to another with a middleman involved, a middle person, not a smart contract, but a custodian, third party. That's where the exploit's going to be. That's the weakest point. That's you need trust in that system. There's counterparty risk in that system.
You know, now I kind of understand where Jack Dorsey's stance was in the B word in regard to needing a more superior wallet and being non-custodial was being a big selling point of all of that, because I can see that being a very weak, a very, very easy point of failure, somewhere to compromise.
Yeah, so the B word, I think it was a very hyped event, and I think it let a lot of people down in the terms of information that they were going to put out there. Jack Dorsey, I mean, when he was talking about needing a better wallet, there's a whole bunch of wallets that are out there that are good. Blue Wallet, Electrum, a few others that are Bitcoin related and Lightning related. Why would you need a better wallet than that unless you wanted to control the payment system?
Yeah, I think this Lightning Network, as much as I call it Lightning shenanigans, I think it really is going to be the thing that takes off and is going to allow Bitcoin to be more publicly usable for something much better than larger transactions.
Correct. And think about the Lightning Network. You can have multiple wallets connect to the Lightning Network. You don't need a specific wallet. So what Jack Dorsey was talking about, he was talking on a non-custodial wallet, but there's only wallets out there on the market, and they're free.
And he did mention one, Moon.
I've never heard of that wallet before.
Yeah, honestly,
never heard of that wallet.
Neither had I.
If you look into the Bitcoin circle, a lot of these Bitcoiners, when they're talking about wallets, I've never heard them mention Moon. It's always been Blue Wallet, Electrum, and a few others. Never heard of Blue. Like, what is he like? I seriously think he wants to interject himself into this space and become some sort of authoritative source and push his shit wallet out.
I'm not certain it's his, but I definitely know that
he probably has a stake in it.
Did you say a square in it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Could be a square.
You can roast me down in the comments, chat. You know what I mean? Roast me down in the comments.
I guess some other exciting news that came out of the B word was that Elon Musk holds Bitcoin personally.
SpaceX holds Bitcoin, holds BTC.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk cradles SpaceX. So yeah, I transited properly. And we're back. Vacation podcast, vacation problems. We're in it to win it. We were talking about how on Mars the ruler is called an Elon. Just an Elon.
Yeah, his name is Elon, and he will issue money by decree in the digital format in the future.
And we will call that currency
Elon
Cardano,
bucks.
because we want that to hit the moon, everyone. Not to say that I'm biased or anything, but shameless plug. We have a stake pool, ticker AGC.
Yeah, so other news that came out during the B Word conference, we had Jack Dorsey, we had Kathy Woods, and Elon himself.
Mm-hmm. The Doge father.
The Doge father. He mentioned that, well, he's a big proponent for nuclear power.
Everyone's a big
proponent
for
nuclear
power.
Can you talk about sustainable energy without nuclear being part of that conversation?
Just rolls off your tongue. Nuclear, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and they talked about how Bitcoin miners would be the first buyers of such energy. And it
probably.
Would and if you want to build a smart grid, if you want to build a grid powered off of wind, hydro, and maybe even ocean waves, those technologies are really expensive to get into the grid. But if you have Bitcoin miners, they can buy that energy.
Is it really that big of an issue? Energy that's really the stopping point for people is energy.
That's the big FUD, and it's a non-issue. But if you take a look at what ESG is, environmental social governance, in these corporations within the last 5 years, they're all about ESG, and it gives them a better investment rating for them to be an investable company. for countries and other corporations to invest in, which is a total scam. But yeah, if you take a look at Bitcoin as an asset and you want to throw some FUD and try to slow it down, you're going to give the environmental issue. But Kathy Woods, when she was asked about ESG, she came back with this amazing rebuttal with the social aspect of Bitcoin. So if you want to look about it in ESG standard, yeah, environmental, whatever. If you're going to say it's not good for the environment, we'll let you have that argument. But Bitcoin as a social social wealth distribution and how it will improve people's daily lives, that's a big benefit in the S column in the ESG.
The S column.
Yeah, ESG. Yeah. So poor people in some third world country, they're going to have Bitcoin to barter with, to trade with, to buy foods, water with, to get an education with. I mean, there's no doubting that it has a big impact in the S column. So I would say it would have a big impact in the S column. The E column is all the FUD there. It's minimal. You can't even see it on the map.
You just did an entire tier list in your head, man. An entire tier list.
Governance, it's anarchy. There's no central government in Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, you're not.
But the
wrong.
social aspect is so high. You can't take that away from Bitcoin ever.
You know what's crazy? I was just saying this earlier today. It still blows my mind how much Bitcoin is truly worth, how much you can actually turn a Bitcoin into these days. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. But people like it a lot. So much so, like, I'm going off on a weird tangent here, but I found out last week that Bill Gates has a patent out there to insert something into the human body for giving you crypto based on metrics that it records.
It's selling your data. You're selling your data. And we're coming into a world where we don't have the right to our data that we produce. We give up that right with these terms of service that you click past to get on these apps or get on these platforms. Mark Zuckerberg can sell your data and become a billionaire. You don't have that right.
Well, what happens when all of your data is on the blockchain? What happens if it all becomes public?
Exactly, and at least Bill Gates, love him or hate him, he's thinking forward on that issue. Now, I've been thinking about this. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You should be making money off your data. If you go take a poop 9 in the morning every day, you can sell that data.
You know what? I agree with you. If I should be able to NFT my shit.
It'll be worth something to someone in the future.
In fact, I will. I'm going to NFT my shit. Limited collection, one of one only. One of one only. And to prove this, I'm going to do it the moment smart contracts go live in the Cardano world. And I will give it to the first person who comments on this video. First person. As long as that person has a wallet that can accept this, I will mint this and I will send it to you. One of one, ultra limited crypto bytes NFT shit.
A literal shit token.
I'll make sure to eat a lot of meat before. It's gonna be a rug. It's gonna be good. But smart contracts, they're dropping. Cardano by ADA. I'm not lying.
I think that's good to end it there.
Yeah. Well, we'll go into the NFTs now.
Yeah, I think we should get into the NFTs, and that's a good transition.
It is a good transition.
Speaking about me taking a shit and making an NFT, we have Keys here to talk about the NFT world.
NFTs with Keys. Thanks for coming, Keys.
I'm happy to be here at my beach house.
Yeah, I forgot to mention vacation podcast at Keys Beach House. This NFTs with Keys in his beach house.
Yes, sir. So yeah, anyways, thanks for the introduction that way. It was lovely.
Hey man, I call it as I see it.
No, but anyways, so the NFT market recently, according to DApp Radar, which tracks blockchain transactions, has actually reported that the NFT marketplace has generated $2.4 billion in quarter two.
That's insane.
Which is more than quarter one, and quarter one factored in Beeple's auction. But according to DApp Radar, they don't actually track auction houses or anything like that. So that 2.4 billion is just on blockchain alone. So any off-chain sales or any kind of auction house like Sotheby's or Christie's, none of that was tracked. So in reality, we're probably looking at well over 3 or 4 billion would be my guess.
You know, that's an insane number to think about, especially for something that's just a digital asset. But when you're looking at numbers that big passing to and from, you have to think like these artists had total control of this transaction for the most part. No middleman really required, and they're seeing near 100% of these profits. That's really cool.
Yeah, except for whatever the marketplace might take off the top. But other than that, like, yeah, the big up to all these NFT artists, like really killing it out there.
Congratulations.
Especially right now, because it's not gonna last forever, especially for most of them. But right now is a big boom. I mean, it's such a big boom where the NFT marketplace platform OpenSea is actually now valued at 1.4 billion.
Damn.
And that is a relatively new platform. I mean, in the last few years, and it's crazy the fact that the NFT marketplace or NFTs in general since 2020 have really just skyrocketed, even though they've been around since I want to say like 2016, 2017, I think is when CryptoPunks was handing out CryptoPunks in 2017, I want to say. I could be wrong. You can yell at me in the comments. Try it. I don't care.
Honestly, I didn't even know truly what an NFT was until earlier this year when I really got into branching off from Bitcoin into other cryptocurrencies themselves. When I really look at non-fungible tokens and the capabilities of that mixed with real smart contracts, like the world's the oyster for all these artists out there. Not even just people that are doing just simple GIFs or you can get full videos, music, all of it. Anything can be put behind a smart contract and put on the blockchain.
Yeah, and it's crazy. The uses for NFTs is actually going above and beyond. The Bored Ape Yacht Club, which I don't know if anyone in the NFT net world would know what a Bored Ape is, but basically a metaverse like icon to put on your Twitter profile, right? Okay. But the Bored Ape Yacht Club, if you own one of these Bored Apes, it's your membership pass. That's so cool. There's like its own Discord, there's other stuff, there's events where you can't get in unless you have one of these. So it becomes its own community within inside. So I think that's kind of cool. I mean, like you were saying with your NFT that you want to do to give out to whoever comments on this first. God help your soul, person. But
it's gonna be classy.
But it's like what other uses could you use? Like maybe, I mean, obviously key cards are pretty easy to make and they're cheap, but imagine an NFT for some art gallery where it's like it's a rental space or something and you have to have a specific NFT to enter, or you have to have your NFT to enter. I mean, who knows? Like key cards could be all sorts of like.
That would be something so trendy. I could definitely see someone ridiculous doing that. Oh, I'm having a party, but it's NFT entry only. So all right, I need you to send me your token. Oh, all right, you're in. Now, why don't you come on in?
Or not even that. You just show that. That is a real NFT for this, so it's like only people who are the owners of it. So show me your wallet. I want to see.
Yeah, let me see your wallet. Let me see the transaction ID. We can just do an Ether scan right now, exactly. Or a Cardano scan really quick. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So and then there's some other stuff too. I guess Axie Infinity is a play to earn crypto game. It's sort of like CryptoKitties, from my understanding. I haven't really dwelled deep into it, but I thought that was kind of interesting too. I've always thought CryptoKitties was kind of a weird concept, which is basically just
because it is.
You buy a CryptoKitty and breed it and then sell it to other people who want to do that. It's a weird thing, but it kind of shows you how like an NFT world can even enter into like breeding world, I guess, even though you're not really breeding anything real, but it creates an NFT. When you breed these two NFTs, it creates a whole new NFT, which I think is interesting. I don't know why that, but like what is the purpose of that? Someone please in the comments tell me. I want to know.
That would be fun. You just start making an app, make an app for your phone, just start breeding frogs, guys. And then your frogs itself, you can opt to make an NFT for the frog. Obviously, you'll pay my app to make said NFT. We'll send it to you to whatever wallet you want, and you could sell your frog NFTs. Something that you bred, something that you made. You could have this custom frog that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah. And
Also, if someone makes that app, I swear, if I'm not credited on some way for developing that or saying that out loud, Crypto Bytes, ticker AGC, remember, stake, shameless plug.
super shameless at this point.
I know.
But yeah, some other news too is I'm sure you might not know who Damien Hirst is. He's a contemporary artist from Great Britain. Basically, he did an interview recently about his own NFT that he was launching, and he was actually quoted saying that he believes that that he believes that galleries will be disappearing before NFTs will be disappearing. And I think that's very interesting, coming from someone who had his rise in the late 80s, with some other like group kind of art projects in Great Britain, and then he really broke out onto the scene in the art scene in London when he did a formaldehyde tank with tiger shark in it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
that's
that was
really cool.
Yeah, it was a really big thing. I think the name of it was The Physical Impossibility of Death in the Mind of Someone Living. I don't know how that relates to that art, but anyways, so this guy who's a pretty well known NFT artist, he launched his own. I think it was called what was it? It was what was it called? Shit, I forgot. I completely forgot. I don't even have it in my notes. Look at that. Be prepared, people.
Yep.
But so anyways.
Put at the bottom.
Be prepared.
Yeah. So anyways, so like he has his NFTs that he was launching that were all based off of just individually colored dots, which I thought was weird. I would never buy this, but apparently they're going for the NFT is tied to a physical one that he's done over the last 10 years. Each one's $2,000. Each NFT is $2,000. So when you buy the NFT, I'm not sure if you're owning the physical, but he said whoever doesn't buy, like whatever isn't purchased, the physicals and the NFTs are going to be burned.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like no one will be ever to be able to see them.
Yeah. And they're all locked and key in like a vault somewhere, like the actual ones. I'm like, okay. But it's interesting that the fact that someone who's established in the art community truly thinks that he sees galleries and art shows and physical art that way disappearing before NFTs, considering what we've heard in the last months or so that are NFTs dead? And it's like, no, they're clearly not. They're making a boom. They made $2.4 billion in Q2. Like, the hell?
Honestly, that's a good point. 2.4 billion of trackable.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about like the aftermarket. And the crazy part is a lot of this real money that's being made off these NFTs are made in the aftermarket. A lot of the stuff that's being tracked, like the Q1 stuff, you're talking about NFTs that are purchased for the asking price of the NFT.
Yeah.
Not even like you're not even talking about what is that? Oh, I'm going to pay 3 Ethereum for this NFT, but the aftermarket price, that's like a 3,000 Ethereum piece because of the limited release conditions of it.
Yeah.
It is insane how much money's actually really missing from there.
Yeah. No, and some other crazy news too is I don't know if you know, but Tom Brady has his own NFT platform called Autograph.
The spies.
Yeah.
The spies Malone.
So Tom Brady actually just you're ridiculous. But yeah, so Tom Brady actually just inked a deal with Lionsgate and DraftKings. And the point of the Lionsgate one is they're going to be releasing NFTs off of their flagship titles like Mad Men or Hunger Games or Twilight.
Right.
What's the other one? John Wick is a new one that I'm sure will kill it in NFT marketplaces. And so DraftKings, what DraftKings is going to do with the deal is DraftKings actually going to develop a marketplace just for sports NFTs, which, if you guys don't know, Tom Brady and Autograph was actually able to sign Tiger Woods, Naomi Osaka, Wayne Gretzky, who else? Derek Jeter and Tony Hawk. So any of those NFTs are probably going to be released on a DraftKings autograph NFT space. So I don't know if you follow stocks, but DraftKings might be a good bet for the future. But again, I'm not giving you financial advice. If you fail on that,
you mean DraftKings, the same DraftKings that partner with the UFC, like Crypto.com did? DraftKings.
Well, I don't think they partnered like with Crypto.com. But yes, yeah, they did the same. Like the same people who do the partnership, the gambling people, that really crushing it out there. Yeah. But I find it interesting that
Money to be
like
made.
I didn't know Tom Brady was really into NFTs, but at the same time, Tom Brady's really intelligent. I mean, I might hate that him on the football field, but I can't deny the intelligence there to like open up this stuff and to get these big names. Like, you don't think he has Tony Hawk's phone number? You don't think he has Naomi Osaka's phone number to hit him up and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm doing something. You want to make millions?"
Call me Tom. It's link in the description below. Call me anytime, Tom.
But yeah, so and then again, like, and some other recent news too is actually today I was listening to Clubhouse, and it seems that there's some really big movements to start a Cardano NFT marketplace, which kind of ruins our idea.
Yeah,
Because these people are way more well loaded and way more well connected.
Let's all be honest here. NFT space is going to change when smart contracts drop in the Cardano ecosystem.
Yeah.
The gas fees are going to make Ethereum look like a joke.
Yeah,
It's
essentially
just
zero.
it's going to be such a seamless transition to it. Right now, we're already going through Goguen White, which means that we're getting real close to ERC20 conversions being like fully done and operational, which means like there's really not going to be a point not to using Cardano ecosystem.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get some. And for that one lucky person, you're going to get that NFT.
I don't know if I would call that person lucky, to be completely honest, man. Like, you're talking about sending someone your poop. Like, think about that. Do you really want to have? Would you be even given an NFT of my poop? Because that
Okay.
seems really weird.
Okay, I want you to know what I will do then is I will get some of the, what is that? That gold foil, the edible gold, right?
Oh, you're gonna eat a bunch of gold?
And I will purchase some A5 Japanese Wagyu, and I will eat these together. So that way the picture, the NFT of my shit will be seemingly holographic.
Okay.
Remember, one of one, very rare.
All right.
Very limited edition, because I am not about to fork out another few hundred for Japanese A5 Wagyu.
Well,
That is art.
Yeah. This is the new art. I'm going to put my body through all of this to present you this NFT, and it's only one of one. I will never again do this. Never one more will be made again. One of one NFT of the Wagyu gold leaf shit.
All I ask is you let me eat some of that Wagyu.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Oh, of course. In it, just
I don't want to be there for anything else. I just want to be there
listen.
for the food.
You let us have vacation podcast here, NFTs with Keys and Keys
Yeah.
Vacation Home. So you by all means, Wagyu for you.
Yeah. I like that. Well, yeah. So, anyways, just reminded me, not the poop stuff, but the NFT stuff. Before I'm out of here, well, I guess it's my place. But anyways, but Hans Zimmer and Thank You X did a NFT drop recently, and it was all new music. And Thank You X, he did the visuals for it.
Okay.
And what I thought was extremely amazing, and I don't know how they did it or who did it specifically, but it's gone from the internet. After the auction ended, the person paid $226,000 for this NFT, and it's off the internet completely. You
That's
can't
really
find it.
cool.
The only video I found was of a video that was like a 13-second loop, and it was a person talking over it, talking about the NFT. It's the only thing I saw. Or on the auction house website, it was just a still shot of what it was.
Oh, that is so cool. Could you imagine actually putting out a full show? Do you watch do you listen to Justice at all?
Yeah.
So you remember recently Justice put out that whole art piece. It was in theaters.
Yeah.
Something exactly like what Justice did, but keep it exclusive.
Yeah, for
Only
whoever
the
owns
people that own the NFT get access to the site for like maybe a week, so that you can actually.
It was
like,
up. The moment the auction was announced and it was up, it was free to view, and then the auction ended and it's gone from the internet. It's kind of like what happened with that Wu-Tang album that Martin Shkreli bastard fucking bought. Sorry, but yeah. So it's like kind of like that. How no one heard that. The only people who heard that album were people who went to the galleries to go see the actual box art of it and everything, and they were playing it in the background. And half the time, people didn't realize that was that Wu-Tang album that was actually playing.
They missed out.
And then that that scumbag buys it and then basically locks it away when everyone was like, "Nah, how about you just give it to the people, donate it to the Smithsonian or something, and put it out there." I understand you spent a lot of money, but like you're still in jail for other stupid crap. So why didn't you? Anyways, I'm gonna get off on that. That's where I'm ending my topics here. I'm done now. That made me mad. Wu-Tang forever.
You gotta diversitize your bonds. And with that, CryptoBytes signing out. You guys enjoy the rest of your week.
Peace.